coming from, low income and struggle, her main thing was she just didn't want to see us struggle the way she did. So she was like, no matter what you do, you need to do it well so you can support yourself, and not ever have to go through what I went through.
Tell me about like when you got to LA.
Okay, that was a big deal. LA was
I hope you guys are enjoying this so far, because this origin story is very extended and showing off, how it was very involved in her age. It was her in a young age.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the bulk of it all happened growing up and teaching myself, and then, allowing that to help out with the school team and the company. And then I learned more classical, I would say, through Six Flags, just in terms of learning the choreography for the things. That was like a class for me. I was learning on the spot, like how to do it without having much history. So I took that with me, came to college, and then it was class. College was like, I majored in dance and performing arts. So that was the first time ever in my life that I took everything. I signed up. God, getting these like grants and whatnot, I did not put them towards the classes I should have been taking. I was like tap and point, and I did everything. I was so excited. So I danced a lot. I did make it onto that dance company Disruption that I had auditioned for. Mm-hmm. And this was California style hip hop. This was not New England, grimy, you got surf style hip hop. This was not that. And I had a dream of actually being a crumper because of the company I was with. It was very urban. So I witnessed a lot of crumping in my time, and I wanted to be a dancer with Tommy the Clown. So when I moved to California,
oh my God, Tommy the Clown.
That was my dream. That was my goal, was to be a crumper with Tommy the Clown. So Disruption was not that. It was that hip hop. It was very intricate and
more like the other collegiate style, like the where like Brandon and I come from.
Yes, exactly where you guys come from.
Which is like the more intricate. Yeah,
it's like learning a new language, and you get tongue tied. Your body physically gets tied up trying to learn that. So that was a process, but we performed all over California. So that was great. That's where I received my training for that style of hip hop. Mm-hmm. And then I went to school and did all of that. I finally was able to take ballet. I excelled quickly to point, and my instructor was very strict. Like she was European. We had a live pianist in the room at Cal State Long Beach.
Yeah.
And she was not going to let you go on point unless you were really ready. So maybe I overdid it, but I practiced a lot at home. I stretched my feet all day, every single day. Like I did as much as I could until finally one day she gave me permission to go on point and go across the floor. And that was that. And I cried. I ran home and I was like, Mommy.
For some reason I thought you were going to set me up for like an injury. Like,
no.
Okay.
It was great. I felt beautiful. All those years that I spent my childhood watching.
Were the boys looking at you?
Finally. I've waited 84 years. Sorry, Mom.
But yeah, what did your mom say?
Oh my God, she was just so proud. Like I was, broke college student at that time. So I was living at home. I was living at my grandparents' place, my mom's place, back and forth. So they saw me, they saw the growth. They saw me rehearsing all the time. And even then, me in college, my mom's like, she'd pick me up from rehearsal with Disruption, and she'd be like, I hope you remembered that choreography. I hope you're going to go home and practice. And every rehearsal, she'd have me show her. In my college years, this is in my 20s. She'd be like, bring the music. And she'd bring me to the living room and have me do the routine. And if I forgot, she'd be like, Krystle, you can't be forgetting. I was like, damn it.
Yeah, she was holding you to a level of excellence because she knew if this is gonna be your career, like you can't be like, half-heartedly getting shit done. Yeah, so it's about like, we get it, making sure that whatever you're pursuing it at the highest.
Yes, exactly. And yeah, I think for her as a single mom, she's so badly. It's just like parents who, immigrant parents who come over and they knew the struggle and they want their kids to excel and not dance. Like you say, your family would be like, what the hell are you doing dancing? Mine coming from, low income and struggle. Her main thing was she just didn't want to see us struggle the way she did. So she was like, no matter what you do, you need to do it well so you can support yourself, and not ever have to go through what I went through. So she pushed all of us. Like my younger sister, Chisam, started going to Stanford University after 8th grade, middle school. So her freshman year of high school, she was going to Stanford at the same time. And just like me, where I had special permission to go to this company and travel and tour and perform and do my schooling away.
Yeah.
My sister got her special permission to spend half her days at Stanford and then the other half at Culver City High School. So by the time she graduated high school, she finished 2 years at Stanford. So.
Well, for what?
She was just really smart.
Fuck, dude.
She was actually
based off what Brandon says, it's like
no, but smart people like that, they don't have the street smarts, that's book smarts. So it's like some things we'd be like, how are you a genius? Like she was considered a literal genius, and she'd be invited to the White House every year to represent some of America's most intelligent children.
Oh shit.
But then she'd ask us questions about like gravity, and I'm just like,
what?
Yeah, I'm like, how do you not know this? And if she didn't learn it in a book, she's not gonna know. That's what I mean. Like,
what is she a genius in?
Anything. I guess you call it a prodigy. So anything she picks up and reads, she retains. An instrument, any instrument, self-taught. Got it. Boom. Done. She's playing it. She's never had to take lessons for her instruments. Any educational book she reads, it's retained. She doesn't have to study. So because of that,
I would assume she gets bored easily.
Yeah. And that's what happened. That's what happens. You're a kid and you've learned everything way faster than everyone else. You're ahead of your class, and now you're going to an Ivy League while you're in high school.
I mean,
that's how it works. So my mom pushed. She pushed all of us. It wasn't just me. Everybody got it.
Damn, that's wild. So when
But I will share that my sister did try to start dancing, and I was not kidding. I looked at her and I was like, if you dance, I'll break your legs. Because that was my thing.
So she never got into dancing because of this?
And she's still to this day. She's like, I could have been such a better dancer if it weren't for you threatening me. And I was like, sorry.
Why don't you just let her come through to an audition one time?
She shined at everything else. Not this one. Not this one. It's mine.
She ends up taking her place on the board.
Oh my God.
Get the other Montgomery sister.
Oh my God.
She's in the back now. She's forgotten. Send her to the snow.
Oh my gosh, no.
But at one point did you just, because I know we reconnected because I was doing, oh God.
You're one of my teachers.
For you. Yeah, that's true. Like I taught you back in 2006 as a guest because my friend Chewy, just for you guys, like how I met Krystle, I was a guest teacher instructor for her class because one of my friends and past members of FamBiz was invited me to teach, and I taught a stupid hard piece that I thought was really hard for the class. But anyways, another reason why Krystle joined Temper Tantrum was because I had a project happening, and Krystle just straight up fucking messages me. He's like, "Hey, I want in. How do I get in?" and I'm like, "All right, I just sent you like the info." I'm like, "I'm not. She's not gonna actually gonna fucking do it. She's not gonna actually try to learn on her own." I'm like, because
little did you know my history.
because I'm of the thought, like, a lot of people say they want things and they never really execute. And so like 99% of people just like they just say they want to do it, but they don't want to put in the work. And then the following rehearsal, she's at the fucking studio. I'm like, fuck, she was serious, and she actually got it. I'm like, fuck. I guess
did the
I
same thing. Not gonna lie, I did it slow motion, and I taught myself, and I did it in the mirror. And one vital thing I forgot in high school too, so that this is like a, for anyone out there, you can do it. During high school, while I was dancing, I started to notice that I had heart palpitations. So we were forced to do physical annual checkups for school.
Yeah.
So during my freshman year, I also found out that I had holes in my heart, and it was hereditary. I got it from my dad, but I didn't know. So whenever my energy level would go up too high, I'd exert myself too much, my heart would start to palpitate or skip beats.
Oh, shit.
And my doctor was like, if you go too hard, you could be one of those people who just drop dead. So I wasn't allowed to do any dance shows or any competitions with my company I was with or my high school without having special permission from my doctor. She'd have to give me a full physical, listen to my heart, and give me permission. So all through those years, in order to perform, I had to have permission. Shit. And so eventually the holes closed. I didn't have to have surgery. So now it's like, go.
Oh, so it naturally, okay. I was about to say, do you still have them? Because
no, with age, it gets better. It gets better with age, but whoops.
Yeah, if only everything else gets better too.
Such an asshole.
But